What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Right before we're here, and today, guys, I'm going to talk to you about a list of the mods that I've done to the car and the cost. I've got one guy that actually sent me a message and was asking me about what did it cost for the car and how much did it cost me to get the car looking like the way it's looking right now. So I'm going to go over that list for you guys right now and show you guys how quickly, when you're not even thinking how quickly these things can add up. So if you're into modifying your car, and I didn't even do anything that's extremely superly expensive to the car. You know what I mean? I'm talking like just standard modifications and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over a list of some of the things that I've done to the car, and I'm gonna show you guys what it costs if you're looking into getting into modifying your car right now. So this is what it's gonna cost, and what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna read off some of the things that I've done to the car, and then I'm gonna put up a picture to show you exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Okay, so for number one, the car cost me 5,000 Canadian dollars, and the reason why 5,000 Canadian dollars is because for 2010 and this kind of car, because it's the car is rear. To get this in a V6, 6-speed, 3.5, V-Tec, it's these cars are rear. So a lot of times when people have them, even if the kilometers is high in the car, they're still going to be asking top dollars for it. So for me, this car actually has 301,000 kilometers on there when I bought it, right? And 301,000 kilometers, a lot of people might think that's super high, but it's a Honda. And usually when I buy these cars, I never really watch the mileage on the car. Obviously you don't want the car with you don't want to buy a car with the engine, having engine problems and transmission problems and stuff like that. As long as that stuff is cleared up, everything's checked out, there's no major issue going on with the car, even if the kilometers is high, I would still buy the car. And the reason why I'll do that is because I know that eventually the plan is to keep the car. I know eventually I'm going to end up changing the engine. Okay, so as long as the exterior of the car and the interior of the car is looking good, the engine, the high kilometers, usually what I'll do is I'll drive it until the engine starts giving some kind of problems. Then rather than put money into the engine, I'll just swap it out, because I can get like one of these engine for say around $2,000, right? Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, depending on the kilometers of the engine, because they usually import these engines from Japan, right? Or if there's a car that get into an accident with low kilometers on the engine, then they'll part it out and sell the engine, and you can get that for a fairly good price, and pay maybe say what, $1,200 to put it in. So you'll have pretty much a new car, because you got a car now with like a lot low kilometers on there, which is gonna last you another 10 years if you so desire to keep it. So I never really watched the kilometers on the car, so I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what it cost me. So the car cost me $5,000. I did the rear brakes when I bought it, in the calipers, and that cost me $450, and those are like just standard maintenance things. I did the transmission oil. Usually a couple things I've done whenever I buy a car, the first thing I do, everybody's different, but the first thing I do personally for me, so I can start keeping record of it, is change the engine oil, and I'll change the transmission oil. And usually sometimes the people, whoever it is that you buy it from, they might say, well, oh, we just changed the oil. Yeah, you might have just changed it, and that could be true, but for me, I want to know that I personally change the oil myself, so that I know that I can start monitoring, how I'm taking care of my engine when the oil is changing, stuff like that, from day one. Those are some of the things that I do. So I change the transmission oil, and I'll change the engine oil as well. So that, I would say, is not really, that's kind of like regular maintenance stuff. But these are things that I've done modification wise. Okay, the HFP body kit on the car cost me $500, and plus $800 to install it, right? To paint it and install it. So that runs me around $1,300. The trunk spoiler was modified, and that cost me $260 to get it modified and get it painted. That cost me $260. The short ram intake, that was $350, and $80 for installation. I could have done it myself, but you know what, with the whole COVID thing going on right now, a lot of people, I was very skeptical about using their shop and all this bunch of stuff. So you know what, I figured, you know, hey, 80 bucks, sure, I get my mechanic to do it. So that cost me 80 bucks. My Blackview dash cam, you know, that cost me $470. The navigation wasn't working when I bought the car, so I had to take that out and get it fixed. And they had to replace some part, the reader, the navigation, the reader wasn't working, so they had to replace that. That cost me $300. Plus, I did upgrade it to the 2021 DVD rather, for the map, and that was $211 at the dealer. So that's like 500 bucks right there. BC coilovers, that cost me $1,500, you know, and plus another $300 to install it. I'm just gonna have to list that I have in my hand here, guys. Plus $300 to install it. The rims and tires on the cars. What cars? The rims and tire in the car cost me $1,250 plus an extra $300 to get the sensor, the tire pressure sensor from the dealer, because the ones that they put into the car, which I have to pay for them anyways, actually they did cost me $200 from the guys that installed the rims and tires, but they weren't working, so I was having problems with them. So I went to the dealer and bought me a set, which cost 300 bucks. The fog lights, you know, that was $450. The whole setup was $450. The front grille emblem was $45. The rear spacer was $120. Getting the roof wrapped in black, that was $200. The steering wheel emblem cost me $25. The powered by Honda emblem cost me 15 bucks. The headlights, LED headlights, cost me $85, and the LED fog lights cost me $45. So $85 for the headlights and $45 for the fog lights. My shift boot, my shift knob cost me $45, and the foot pedals cost me $70. So guys, everything included, I'm pushing like $13,000. So yeah, $13,000. So I've done almost $8,000 in upgrades and mods to the car. So that's what it costs. You know, it costs me to get the car looking the way it does right now. So obviously, you don't have to do all the things that I've done to the car, and or you could do even more, you know, to the car. It's up to you. So that's what it cost me, guys. So so I guess hopefully that answered the question to Buddy that asked me how much it costs for the mods on the car. So anyways, guys, and there she is, and a lot of people like it. I like it, and I think it's looking really, really beautiful all around. I'm really satisfied with the way the car is looking right now. So I'm just doing a little bit of a walk around. You know, I'm really satisfied with the way the car is looking right now. You know, overall. So yeah, so like I said, you don't have to do everything that I did to the car. You don't have to do all of that, but if you chose so to do, then it's gonna be costing you around, you know, what it cost me. Or if you desire to do more, because some guys, they go all out. You know, I didn't get the most expensive struts on the car. I didn't get the most expensive coilover on the car, rather, you know, so you might get something that's more expensive, but that's the one I went with, the BC coilovers, and that was $1,500, guys, plus 300 bucks to install it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope that helps anybody and everybody who wants to know what it cost me to get my car looking like this. You know, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Until the next video, guys, go out, have a wonderful day. Love one another, seek peace and pursue it. Crazy times right now. Everybody's just rebelling and fighting, and I mean, there's so much confusion going on right now. People are not even sure about the future, but guys, you know what? Hang in there. Like I said, it's gonna get better. You know, trust God and live. Peace.